Thank you. First order of business would be the minutes. Minutes from the March 18th meeting, mailed to the magistrates, and emailed to one. Did you get it printed out, copy?
This morning.
Yeah. I looked through, I did not see any changes or corrections. Anybody else see anything? Sam?
I'm not going to say anything, but motion to approve, she's going to take care of it.
Okay. Motion been made by Sam. Anything significant, let's put it that way.
No.
Second by Jeff. All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Next will be your bills list and your additional bills list. You notice one of the large bills there on the parochial transportation. That's the second of the big ones due. We got a little small one left from Barstown still to come in, and that is part of it's reimbursable. We had this pretty good jag of salt that we did receive. That's in the road department fund. These were the big things. We've actually paid. Ron and I was actually going through some of the numbers the last few days. We've actually paid all of our big ticket items through the end of the year. Our health department, fourth quarter. That's always a big ticket item, and then this program transportation is a big ticket item. So that puts us in pretty good shape.
What is this on the third page? 1,750 foot of woven wire fence.
Boundary fence.
Industrial park with a neighbor there. Sam was aware of it.
Oh, okay.
The sheriff cost of the fence.
Did somebody run through the gate or something out at Dean Huss's Park?
Ran through some
They ran through the fence.
and we're repairing some of the gates.
Okay.
We're repairing the hinges, and Brad's not here to defend himself, but that's his little project he's working on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The other things was the transfers, and the last several months we have not had any transfers purposely because we've been accumulating them. They're budgetary things you do internally. I'll have to refer to Rhonda for any specific questions. But those are routine that normally would have done 7 or 8 or 10 at a time over the last 5 or 6 months. We just haven't had any lately. Just kind of holding them. You understand, just an internal move from one line item to the next. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the bills and the transfers, if I could, please.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Bernard. Second by Jerry Hahn. Any further discussion? All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? The motion will carry. Okay. Next, have a proclamation proclaiming April 4th, which is Friday, right? Friday as, I'm changing the calendar up there, as Arbor Day. So if you get a chance in the community, any of you guys, court approval is not necessary, I'm just going to matter of record. Hopefully some of the use of the city and some of the local people will get their heads together the next few days. I think there's some tree planting planned. I'll get you details in the media of that. I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag before everybody was on board with it.
You picking the trees? Did they get the trees all planted out at the ballpark?
Again, I think they did. Yeah. I've seen the trees. I don't know if they're all out there or not, but I've seen.
I did see some.
Yeah. Next order of business would be second reading of the rezoning request. That was request number 2410. Sam is in your district, approved already on first reading. That was Thomas Hurst, A1 to I1 and I2 I1M, I1M moderate.
Motion to approve on second reading.
Thank you, Sam.
Second.
Second by Keith Metcalf. Further discussion? All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion carries. No budget. EMS report?
Monthly report for March will be on the next court meeting as in just yesterday, so we didn't have time to put that together. Been a pretty busy month in March, though. We're running for that. Probably report to the court on dispatch, the digital system. RCS Radio Communications has been working the last couple of weeks on tweaking what is needed at dispatch in the console and programming the console to accept that frequency. City of Bardstown Police Department has been in a trial basis using the digital frequency on their day shift. It still has some issues on the way it sounds, and we're still working on trying to clean that up. Sheriff's Department radios are in and they're being changed out in each vehicle as time allows. So hopefully, looking at 1st of May, maybe getting law enforcement on digital across the county.
The other thing I want to report is that the EMS station that we've been working with, new station in New Haven, is ready. And Matthew, I think, is preparing a lease for us. I want to ask Fiscal Court, you guys, the EMS committee is already aware of this from a few months back. I would like to ask Fiscal Court to authorize me to sign a lease with Keith Carter for a lease of $500 a month, and that would be a year-to-year lease with some terms to it.
I'll still make that motion.
Motion made by Keith Metcalf. Is there a second by Jerry Hahn? Any further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion carries. Next would be jail report. Dorcas?
Okay, today we have a total of 115. We have 1 in Hardin County, 3 on home incarceration. We have 31 state inmates. We have 4 serving weekends. So we have an in-house total of 107. Also, we were inspected by the Department of Corrections in February. We got our results from it last month. I've already sent a reply back. We had like 2 night lights out, 1 window broke. All that's being repaired. Our smoke evac is still on there. So, and I keep them updated with what Jim sends me. So they're pretty satisfied with that. As long as they know as we go what's going on. And it's just minor stuff we've already corrected.
Dorcas, when I went to the judges conference in February, they were very complimentary of your operations there at the jail. Very pleased.
Thank you. That's all I had to report.
Okay, thank you.
Next question. About our new thing, Jim. Have we tested it yet?
No, they're still, they've got one part that they've been waiting on the bathroom exhaust, make them 2-speed fans to increase the exhaust.
You've said something about the wiring was going to change the wiring?
The wiring was, they were working on it yesterday. They were supposed to be here yesterday.
They were.
They didn't check in with me, but they were here. But we're going to be testing it soon, but I need to call them and talk to them and pin them down on some things.
Did they get fit up on the roof okay?
Everything's
and all
up
that?
on the roof and mounted, and when they left out of, well, it was really a week ago Friday, everything was supposed to be working like we had it before. We just didn't have our 2-speed exhaust fans running, but I mean.
Well, the big rain Saturday, Dorcas, you didn't notice no leak anywhere, right?
No.
So he must have done okay.
Yeah, they had, we had JVK Roofing was their subcontractor on that rubber roof, that vinyl PVC roof, or that HDP, what is it made of? I forget what it's made of, but anyway, it's a PVC-based roof is what it is.
Well, good.
They were there as their sub to build the roof up around the curves.
Oh, they was working together.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that was all part of their contract. That's why it's so expensive.
Duralast, actually.
It's a Duralast
Duralast.
roof material. It's a
I was trying to think too, Jim, I couldn't think
Yeah,
of it.
it's a PVC-based material.
Been very satisfactory.
Yeah, they seem to work good. But anyway, I don't know if we'll get a smoke test done this week, but we'll do a smoke test. And if it doesn't work, we'll have to go to phase 2 and 3, which is replacing the smoke detectors. That's phase 2. But the smoke detectors are big gadgets, old-time things. Now we're talking about putting a little probe over there.
Probe in there.
So it takes out that
Like a
restriction.
thermocouple instead of the whole big unit.
Yeah, and it takes out that restriction in the return air duct in the jail cells. Then the major thing is to put a new unit on the roof, and it's designed to provide that smoky vac.
Right.
So, but we'll do our smoke test here hopefully next week, early or so.
Well, let me know. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a couple things we need to do, when we do that smoke test. So.
All right, thank you.
Okay, since Brad's not here, I will review quickly the landfill solid waste report. I'd like to announce that our roadside garbage program sign-ups will start April the 10th. It'll be Monday, right? Not Monday. Yeah, thank you, Keith. Next Thursday, yeah, Thursday. Purposely set that for after the spring break. because in years past, when we had it before or during spring break, participation wasn't real well. And it seems like spring break's a little later than usual for some reason this year. I don't know, maybe wrong. But anyway, we are prepared on that. And bulky item pickup, we're in the last phase of the bulky item, and Jim will probably give us the details of that here in just a minute when we get in the road department report. Anybody have any questions at the landfill that I might be able to answer? We'll move on the road real
Yeah, I'll
fast.
save them for Brad.
Jim, road department.
Yeah, we are in the final third of the county, of course, on the bulk item pickup. We're actually out on the Highway 245, Kentucky 523 areas today. It looks like we should get done middle of next week, according to what we're seeing. So it's not, we're getting closer to the landfill, makes it nicer. We're going to end up in the Boston area is what we will be, and it's close to landfill, so it makes it a lot easier. Bulky item numbers, here's the numbers. If you guys give values thing, tells you where we are, a little higher than they were previous last year, which is a little surprising.
It didn't appear that way.
Again, very many.
Got a few pretty days. Of course, we're allowing people to bring it in themselves, guys.
Are you gonna, be
I didn't
able to
bring
back
that
up and
up.
pick up big tires?
Do what?
Back up and pick up tires? I noticed Newcomb Oil out there just this last weekend, and they've done already come out the old Barstown Road, but they've got a bunch of tires out there to the old,
That was my fault. I told him to put them out there, and then I called Brad, and he said they'd already been through, so they're gonna take care of it.
Who's they?
You talking about the new one?
yeah.
Who's they gonna take care of?
Newcomb. Yeah.
They're gonna haul, they can haul them to the landfill.
Yeah, that's what I told him. No, no.
Okay.
I
The nether.
I just noticed them out there.
He got hold of Brad before he got hold of it.
I just didn't say.
Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes when they've gone back by a road. I usually.
I told them just fine.
Jim, you got, what else you got?
Once we get done, it'll be next week, we're gonna probably put a couple of crews running the county on cold mix potholing. We don't have a whole lot, but if we have them, if anybody has them, call them in, locate them for us. It makes us sure we get one specific area or whatever. It's not real bad. The roads are pretty good shape, but there are some out there. And there's some projects we'll be working on within next month. And Kroger put on a report: Tool Creek cul-de-sac, Christian Lane storm drains, Tollgate, a big cross drain, 733 project, Hibbs Lane, culverts. I need those easements. We'll be building detours for the county road department. When I say we will be building the detours for that project. Fire department, Martin, are you in here?
Yes, sir.
I just got an email from the city to pay for the rock at the fire department training tank that we're going to build out there on Sutherland Lane. The county road department's going to cut it in and haul the dirt and compact the dense grade, and that's the extent of it. It's a pretty good pad. So I just got that this morning, Marlon.
While you got the dozer out there, can you level around their basement training facility they got too?
Anything you guys
You know, over there where you got your
The
base
tower is with this backfill in it. We're not going to ask too much. I mean, we're very gracious that the court has.
He says that, and it seems like ever.
But,
No, but while the dozer's out there, it can do so much.
Anything you need out there, I'll have the dozer and I'll have the high lift out there, and we'll be having a lot of topsoil too. I don't know where we're gonna put it, but where you guys think we should put it. I can haul it or I can push it, you know.
I thought we would have a training session using shovels.
Yeah, well, that may be some of it.
It's all
We see
shaped.
what you're asking.
we have some areas to place the topsoil, the spoilage, down around the trench training area that we have and things, but I'll work with Jim. He's been absolutely excellent to work with.
We'll do whatever you got.
I'm glad you can say that. I really
It really has been very nice that you all have.
He'll change his tune. He's done. It's like all that.
Jim's in his fire protection district. You're in a different fire protection district, right?
And that's all I've got, folks.
Thank you, Jude.
Next would be, you have received a copy of a budget amendment. Rhonda's been holding this for a little while to make sure we get some revenues we received some additional revenues, and in particular, the Salt River property sale, and then we paid it on our principal, so we're required to do a budget amendment. If you got any specific questions, you can direct that at Rhonda. Everybody understand about what's going on there?
Yeah, I didn't talk to Ron about C9.
Entertain a motion to approve on first reading, advertised for second. Thank you, Keith. Good second by Jerry. Any further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Not on the agenda. This is the one that gets Jeff turned his head. We had, in our budget this year, we had a little bit of money set aside to pay the Wickland entrance road where we overlaid last year. And we decided to check this spring and see what kind of condition our finances are in, to be able to maybe do the parking lot with it. And that would be an additional, the total package is $14,300 to do the whole package in and around it. And I'd like to ask Fiscal Court to go ahead and approve that project if I could, and get Jim them involved. Either that or may go to Blacktop, one or two. Yeah, that's what Jim recommended. Motion approved by Keith Metcalf. I got it. Second by Bernard Ice. I had another second here coming too. All approved, say aye. Aye. Disapprove? Motion carries. I was just checking, I was making sure in the spring, see how much money we had. We're in pretty good shape.
14,000 watts.
300, or thereabouts. It could be
What it's gonna take.
210 tons.
But it's a funny shaped thing. It's
Right.
hard to use, and
Right.
it's tough to do with a little pavement.
Yeah, and they got that drainage problem back there around that big tree.
So it's
Really
hard to
need
do with a
somebody that
little
knows how to-
pavement, so.
Yeah. Anybody, magistrates have anything else on the agenda under older new business? And we will give Keith time to get his red marks out over here. Anybody in the audience want to address the court? Otherwise, there's been a motion to adjourn. Motion by Bernard Ice, second by Jeff Lear. All approved, say aye. Disapprove? Motion will carry. Thank you, fellas.